Well, I'm out again, down at Marsh Farm this evening, fishing for crucians and tench. I've actually just caught a crucian about, I don't know, about £2 I guess, didn't weigh it, on a rubber caster. A friend of mine was down here yesterday and that's what he was using and he did very well, so cheers to the tip, Nigel, if you're watching. I've probably been here a couple of hours actually, but been very unsettled. I've managed to forget my tea bags and my sugar. And fishing without a cup of tea is quite alien to me. I fed 3 different areas in the swim. I've thrown a little bit of particle hemp and maggots fairly close in actually, probably about 4 or 5 meters out, just on the right, and then pretty much in the middle I've been fishing a feeder. Now I've just balled in 6 balls of ground bait there as well, and then there's a little sort of, wait for that train to go away.
Yeah.
There's a funny little platform out in the swim, and I'm fishing another line right across. It's probably about 30 yards near that little duck platform. I caught the fish just down the edge there. I was seeing a few bubbles and just chucked the rod down there and off it went. There is a lot of fish active, I must admit. I'm surprised I haven't caught more. Loads of bubbles, lots of fish topping, seen loads of tench scooting around in the margins. I think they're basically on the verge of spawning. I'm just about getting settled down actually. It was all a bit of a basically I got soaked on the way to my swim, so I wanted to have a bit of a walk round really and decide where to fish. But as I got 20 metres down the track, the heavens opened. I sort of came around here, which I know has been a good area in the past for me. I actually bunged my stuff down in the swim next door, but it was fairly obvious that had been fished today. So there's a lot of bait in the margins. So I moved. Got the big liner on that inside rod again. I moved into this swim. I'd seen quite a few fish bubbling and things here, so I just felt more confident being here. I did have a walk around after the rain had stopped. Not the whole lake, but this kind of end. But nah, just settled on here in the end. It's a big swim, this one. A lot of them are quite small. There's lots of water here, so I thought, you know, there's bound to be some fish in front of me. I've seen them bubbling around anyway. I thought I'd feed 3 lines at least and see what happens. I'm quite surprised this near side line is as active as it is, because it's quite clear and it's not very deep there. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 3 foot. If you hovered above where I'm fishing, you could probably see the bottom. Fishing night tonight. I'm kind of expecting a uptick in the pace of the fishing. Oh, blimey. Getting some proper liners on that rod. I've got various baits with me. I've got worms, pellets, caster, maggots, corn. I've got artificial casters on both rods, which is very unusual for me. I'm not a convert to plastic. I always prefer to fish a real bait. I know plastics work, but I haven't fished them enough to get confident with them. We'll see how things pan out with them. I might change back to real bait a bit later. Fish just splashed out there. Just using small pellet feeders on both rods. 4-pound hook length, size 14 hooks. I'll show you what's going on. I've got a line on the inside down there. It does drop off a little bit there, and I'm just kind of over the drop off. And then I've got one smack in the middle, in line with that little bush there. Probably where the water starts to go dark, that's about in the middle. And then another line there where that duck is. I've had a nipped off worm over there, but that's been it. I've normally caught pretty well over there near that little thing. I've just had another Crucian. Certainly not a monster. Yeah, that was on, he knocked himself. Cheers, mate. It was on the old rubber caster. It's a nice fish though. Both fish I caught had quite a few little lice on them. It's probably about £1.5 pounds, that one. Right, God, the water's really warm. There's plenty of fish fizzing out there as well. Right, come back. Yeah, I've had a couple of sort of bites that I've sort of missed. I don't know whether they were liners or what. I think these Crucians have got quite hard mouths. So I'm gonna be striking when I get a bite. I normally never really strike when fishing. I just kind of pick the rod up and the fish are on there. I very rarely sort of lose fish. I've had a couple of funny bites, so let's get this back out there again. Got a few frozen casters that I grabbed at the last minute, and they're in my ground bait. Tons of fish fizzing out there. If you've ever fished for Crucians, you'll know that they can be cheeky little buggers and tricky to catch. Well, that went off straight away. Cheeky little tench. Very spirited fight, ran straight in towards my bank here. And actually brought through a patch of lilies. Luckily it behaved. There we go. Nice plump female tench. Right. Let's get her back. These fish are determined to stop me eating my dinner tonight, I think. Right. A double hook up then. I lost the tench. Change back to some real bait. Change back to a pellet there. A nice little Crucian. Not a monster. It's a nice pretty fish. Right, let's get him back, get the rods back out. That's a proper beauty, that one. I just caught a little turbo tench a minute ago and put the rod back out before I'd even clipped the bobbin on. Bosh! There we go, proper nice tench that. Good 6 or 7 pound. I'm not going to weigh it, so I can't be bothered. There we go. It's not a bad one. Good 7 pounds, I reckon. Just get a quick photo of that one. It's really been going off. That's probably the biggest Crucian I've had so far. £2 13 ounce, that one. I've caught a lot of fish. Probably had 12 Crucians and about the same number of tench. This is a tench, this one. There we go. About £5 that one, I'd say. Certainly been a good session. Thought I'd take this opportunity, a bit of a lull in the action for a quick natter. Yeah, I think I've caught about 12, 13 Crucians, similar number of tench. Some pretty decent tench as well. My camera's been fogged up internally, I didn't actually realise. So I don't know what the other footage will be like. Yeah, last night from 9 o'clock-ish till about midnight I was just catching fish after fish, and then it had a massive thunderstorm for about 3 hours. It was like the world was going to end. All the little baby birds here, all the little chicks were just squawking constantly. And it was tipping down with rain. It was thunder and lightning. Some of the thunder was really close. So I didn't get a lot of sleep until gone 3 o'clock. Then this morning I woke up probably around about 6 and threw about 8 big balls of ground bait out, sort of halfway across. A good bit of hemp and some maggots down the edge there, and started fishing again, and it's been pretty non-stop up until now. It's just lulled off, but yeah, it's a nice tench, a nice Crucian, £2 13. Decent tench up to that, yeah, about £7 I'd say the biggest. I haven't weighed any. The only fish I've weighed is that big Crucian. It's going to rain this afternoon, so I'm going to pack up about 11 o'clock, a couple of hours. bitten to death last night as well. I keep forgetting to bring my bloody spray. Really annoying. And I've kind of gotten away with it up until now, but last night there was some little bugger in here. It bit me right between the eyes. It's funny, I mean, the fish really responded to heavy baiting, which surprised me because everyone sort of said, oh, it's patchy and hasn't been fishing too well. But I mean, I feel like I've not fished very well, personally. Artificial caster back on the rod that's far out and on the worm down the edge here. Last night I could only fish with one rod, it was that hectic. And all I did was fish worm down the edge. And I was sort of catching a mixture of tench and crucians. Just kind of mulling over, sort of going shit or bust here. I mean, I've only got a couple of hours left, so I think I might lob in a bit more ground bait and a whole load of particles down the edge and see what happens. If I don't catch anything, then maybe I'll get catch up on a bit of sleep. Not a monster. He's unhooked himself. It's quite good of him. Probably £1.5. Nice little fish though. The thing you can say about crucians, they're very well behaved, unlike tench, who are slippery little buggers. Just as I was unhooking that, I had another run off this tench. Quite a nice fish, £5 or so, I would say. A little picture of that one. Another decent one here. Nice and courteous and unhooked himself. Or herself, should I say. Look at that. Proper beautiful tench. One for a photo, that one, I think. Another decent crucian, 2.5 poundish. On the worm, that one. Hello, mate. I might get a picture of this one. My camera was all fogged up earlier when I caught a half decent one.